Just had to run this batch of sheep in here because I need their tag numbers and the wand isn't working. I'm actually embarrassed to show this. Like, that's not going to hold anything in. I'm not feeling it today. That'll do. Just had to run this batch of sheep in here because I need their tag numbers and the wand isn't working. So I'm going to have to put them all through to Pari to get their tag numbers read. And then sent to the chap that they came from. So yeah. Not feeling it today. It's colder. Full winter gear is back. And we're meant to be baling our second cut silage and it's starting to drizzle, and it's one of those things, it's like we need the rain. You don't want to say not today, but we also just want to get the silage done. Very few bales that we're going to get off it, but yeah, that's the plan for today. So we're just going to run through this batch of sheep, get their tags, and then go from there. Time in here, so they won't really know what the score is, but they're running considerably well. That'll do. Alas. Second cut is underway. Stuart's currently mowing it for us. This is one of the better fields. I will show you one of the, well, 3 of the other fields that are very poor. Nice short stuff, it'll do the calves, do the yows good, but there just won't be a lot of it. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Holy moly. I'm actually embarrassed to show this. So, second cut, normally quite good for us. Normally that's where we make up our bale shortage. Get nice short leafy stuff. Short leafy stuff we've got, but a shortage of it. This is me carting the first 4 bales off the field, and this is what we've got. I've literally just taken these 4 bales. I've not taken any more. Charlie started in here probably about 40 minutes ago. This is embarrassing. So, you all know I don't enjoy tractor work, and little things just bug me. Today's bugbear is I made myself a cup of tea in a hot flask, and I have nowhere to put it in this tractor, in the John Deeres. They just don't have a decent cup holder, and if they do have a cup holder, this is what happens. Well, it's too big to start with. that's going to wobble about because the parks aren't dead flat because we're not driving on tarmac, and it's going to spill everywhere. Like, that's not going to hold anything in. Surely it can't just be me that has this experience. Like, there's just no suitable, sensible place for a drink or a snack or even your phone. Like, maybe because we're just stockman spec tractor, I don't know, but even for a stockwoman, we need somewhere to put our drinks that actually holds them and they don't spill everywhere. Here we go, this is 3 bouts raked into one, and this is what we've got. I mean, it's nice short leafy stuff, but a lot of it is dead. You can see by the colour there that it's brown. So yeah, we're not getting a lot of bales, and it's just starting to spit, which is obviously good because we need the rain, as you can see, but it's not so good because it'd be quite good to get this tidied up. But yeah, nice short stuff, it smells lovely, but there's just not going to be a lot of it. I don't know if you can really see there, but that field's starting to burn where the calves are, and then the one below the farm, you can't really see it, just down there in the dip. It's pretty much totally burnt now. So if we don't get a wet September, it's not going to be funny. There is not going to be a lot of grass to tuck on. So we might have to supplement feed yows. We're probably going to have to start feeding cows at least a month earlier. And that's using up supplies that we don't have, basically. So we were short of first cut by about 200-300 bales, so we shut back more for second cut. We shut back just over 90 acres for second cut, and I'm glad that we did, because little did we know that it was going to remain so dry, and just how poor it is. I know we're in a fortunate position compared to some who haven't been able to get second cut, or you know, we've got more than them. I totally understand that, and I do feel extremely sorry for farmers that are worse affected. I'm just sharing what we're going through and what we're experiencing here. This is obviously very dry for us in the north of Scotland, and water is a big issue for us. We have lots of natural wells gone dry. Davey's gathering the bales for us as straw. So you'll probably notice, like, it's actually quite green underneath, which is a good sign. I thought it'd be a lot more dead and white, but hopefully with this wee shower of rain now, and if we get some rain over the next few days, hopefully it will just green it up a wee bit and it'll start to come away again, hopefully. Well, I didn't think I'd be saying this, but we've been rained off. We've just got a few bouts left in this field we're going to do, and then we're going to have to stop. I mean, I'm glad it's raining, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like, could you not have just waited like a couple hours? Okay, we have blue skies again. We had some wind overnight, which has helped dry up the grass. This is one of the better fields, as you can see. We have already a few more bales. So this one, and then another one with young grass, and then that'll be us. So let's see how many bales we get off of this field. I am also fully aware that we're maybe in a more fortunate position than others. I know some haven't even, you know, second cut hasn't even grown enough to even justify cutting it. So I'm fully aware that we are in a more fortunate position than others. Grass has been reasonably okay up until recently, and then this stuff has just started to die on its feet, hence why we've got such a poor crop in the other fields. But it's water is our issue really. We are carting water still to fields of stock, which is obviously not ideal in a livestock farm. You know, we're carting fields to a few different batches of cows at the moment, and they go through a lot of water a day. We are completely fed off of natural springs here on the farm, so we're totally relying on what is in the ground in the springs. A lot of them have dried up obviously, which is why we're carting water, and yeah, it's not good. If we don't get wet weather soon, we are going to have a very challenging winter when the stock is all inside, coming off of one supply. So will we be able to have them all inside? I don't know, but time will tell, I guess. I spoke on BBC News actually a couple of weeks ago now about the water issue that we're experiencing and how the river at the bottom of our farm has now gone into a high risk sort of warning bracket. It's the lowest it's been since I think 76, I think they're all saying, but it's actually been drier for longer than that year already. Yeah, as I say, I'm fully aware we're in a more fortunate position that we can actually get bales of silage, and my heart absolutely goes out to those farmers that are really struggling and, you know, already having to feed some of their food that they might have managed to get cut, or if they've, you know, not had enough. Anyone that's in that position, I really do feel for you, and I really do hope that you get support from the government for that. But the way this government is with farmers, enough said. But yeah, it's certainly been a strange old year. Everyone always says you get the same amount of grass every year, just at different times. So yeah, let's wait and see. But it's getting well into the season now, where autumn's going to start to kick in. Colder temperatures might start coming, which might bring rain. But is it too little too late maybe for some situations? I don't know. It's the unknown factor, and we are at the mercy of the weather. We have no control over it. We have to just take what we get when we get it. So yeah, anyway, let's crack on with silage and see how many we get. Second cut, over and out. Oh, I'm glad that's over, because once again, I still hate tractor work. Shock. More bales in this part, definitely, but it was always a better looking crop. This is only its second season, so it was looking beautiful. Really nice leafy stuff, full of clover. So this has definitely been the best field. Not sure how many bales yet. I'll find out shortly, but this field has been kept separate for my ewes. Well, for the ewes. To have through the winter, pre-lambing. So they're going to get this stuff. We'll see how it analyses, but I think it'll be pretty good. It definitely wasn't as dead looking as the other fields. So yeah, that's a positive. That's all tidied up. I'm just going to go and take these last 3 bales back to get wrapped, and then I need to go and get my doggies because they are currently having a power nap. Hopefully nobody's chewed anything, and then I'm gonna sort through a batch of yows before Davy is needing a hand to weigh some lambs. So I'm gonna sort through some yows and then take the Pari on tour. So that is the plan for tonight. So we're gonna keep moving because time is gonna run away with me. So these fields are slightly greener than they were, but you can kind of see there that that field's very burnt down on the bottom there. All of it's pretty patchy looking. It doesn't really show up very well, but it is brown, I promise. Even this bray face here down the bottom, you can see it's a lot very patchy, where it's obviously dry. I know we're in a much more fortunate position than some. I know that doesn't look as bad as what some people's situations are, but I'm just wanting to share how it is for us. I'm just trying to share what it's like in the north of Scotland here, because a lot of people think north of Scotland is wet, and it usually is. But we are actually in one of the high risk areas. The river at the bottom of the farm is now under a warning. It's the lowest it's been. So yeah, it's not so much maybe grass is now disappearing, and there's a lot, when you look across, there's a lot of patches now that are brown. I've never seen it so dry, but water is the big issue. We've got empty wells. We're carting water 2-3 times a day to several different wells that feed a few different fields. We had one actually up the hill that went dry back in April. So yeah, it's really not good, and if we don't start getting some wet weather, continuous wet weather, I mean, showers of rain are fine just to freshen up the grass, but we need a really wet spell, really. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we need a really wet spell to for it to soak into the ground, for it to build up in the natural springs again. So yeah, if it's not going to be a wet back end, it's not going to be a very good winter. It's going to be quite scary to think about, actually. It was a local chap, he deals with a lot of water supplies, and he's been helping people that have been running dry, and he made a good point. He was like, it's fine for humans if we run out of water. I mean, it's obviously not ideal, it causes a lot of hassle, but we can jump in our car and drive to the supermarkets and buy water. Whereas if you're a beast, you can't do that. And it's our responsibility to make sure that they've obviously got water, and if it isn't there. So yeah, it's quite a scary thought, really. But time will tell. The rain, it says it's forecast and then it never comes. It's so localised. It's been a strange year, very strange year. But let's hope for some rain soon. Well, that is it. That is all our silage done for the year. We have got all baled, and the 3 pits are fuller. Not full, but they're fuller. So I think for second cut there, I think we would have been doing well to get 2 bales to the acre, which is really disappointing. But on the other hand, I know it's better than some have got, so we're fortunate that we did get something. This will be analysed in due course along with first cut, and then we'll make up rations for the winter for the cows, the sheep, the calves, etc. So we'll get a better understanding. I think we're also going to do maybe a feed budget too, which would be really interesting, just to sort of work out how much silage we've got, how long it might last, if there is enough, isn't enough, and try and utilise some of our homegrown barley as well. We have actually got more of it than usual, so it's yielded quite well. we just grow enough for ourselves now, as I've probably explained. So there's been a few, there'll be a 40 tonne extra. So instead of selling it on, not that it's easily sold at the moment, but anyway, that's a different story. We're going to keep it and we're going to utilise it in our rations for the cows and the calves, and see how we get on and try and spin out everything we've got that way. Straw isn't as scarce as what was initially first thought either, so we're going to maybe try and incorporate some straw into the hill cows through the winter as well, just to try and spin the silage out a wee bit longer. But we'll see. That's all stuff for the coming months to sort out and plan ahead for winter. But for now, I think that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, thank you again for making it this far. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you are enjoying them. Please let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you're having a great week, and we will catch you for the next one.